everybody, welcome to this video. I am now a little bit more refreshed and a little bit more able to get this video done. I did attempt this yesterday and I uploaded a video, so if anyone noticed a video going up at like early hours this morning, you weren't thinking things. You weren't. It wasn't like an epiphany or anything like that. I actually, for a few minutes, I actually uploaded. I actually uploaded a video, my thoughts, and I decided to delete it because I kind of missed out a couple of things I wanted to talk about first of all. So anyway, so let's get into this. So this is my TFNation 2019 post thoughts video. Sorry, so this is my post thoughts. Excuse me. Oh dear Christ. Okay, so TFNation 2019 was a blast. It was an absolute blast. Absolute blast, it really was. Everybody on the team. Now, I want to stress this before we get too far into my thoughts. Okay, everybody on the team, Izza, Tori, Leanne, Dave, Billy, Grace, God's sake, all the volunteers and everyone else that are on the team, that are the Mapes brothers as well. Everybody on the team, everybody that come together to make TFNation what it is. I just want to say a big thank you for making it such a great event yet again. You guys knocked it out the park, and you continue to knock it out the park, and you need to be incredibly proud of yourselves. You really do. You have to be proud of yourselves of what you've accomplished within just 4 years of operation. Essentially, it has only been 4 years, and what you have managed as a team to accomplish in just such a short amount of time is incredible, and you really need to be very proud of yourselves. So getting on to the actual thoughts, I apologise if my vision goes slightly off camera sometimes. I'm actually getting a load of messages at the time I'm making this. So yeah. So TFNation 2019, you could have a drink. You could probably have a drinking game of how many times I'm going to say TFNation 2019. You could probably get a little bit merry. So, TFNation 2019 was an absolute blast. It really was. We got there on the Thursday, as many of you would have noticed. If you haven't seen it, a little plug, check the description below. There'll be a couple of links to a couple of videos that I have uploaded already. One to this channel, which I uploaded while I was at TFN with Sam, Triple Firestorm. Me and him did a date announcement for 2020 TFNation for next year. And also on my John Knowles Vlogs channel, I did a full-on special vlog. And I uploaded that yesterday. So if anyone hasn't seen that yet, go and check it out, because there are a few people in the background, and there is also a few people actually a part of that vlog in some shape or form. So go and see if you can spot yourself and enjoy. So we got there on the Thursday, like I said, and I was staying for Thursday night. I was staying with Sam and Lawrence, and from Thursday onwards, I was at the Metropole sharing with Chris Evans, Matt Grant, and Darren. It was the first time meeting Darren, and it was an absolute pleasure. He was an absolutely awesome and really good, funny guy. Really good, really nice guy. And I'm just trying to think of stuff on top of my head so I can input this. It was just such a great event. I mean, the amount of the social side for me this year was golden. It really, really was. I don't know what it was this year. I don't know what it was or the reason for it, but I feel I must have spoken much more than I usually have at these things, because when I came, literally just before it, well, actually on the Sunday, I started with a sore throat. And since coming home, the sore throat has actually subsided. I'm just a bit croaky, as you can probably tell with this video. But I just felt absolutely. I just felt that all my energy was sapped because of how much of the social side I was doing this year. Literally, I would just simply walk down. I would just simply just walk down the hall, and I would probably. I'm not even saying this to gloat. I mean, I don't gloat about myself. I'm not that type of person. But I would just simply just be walking down the hall or walking towards the bar, and I would be stopped by half a dozen people that I've never even seen before, or I have, but I don't really, I don't know, like the face alone, I don't recognise. Maybe it's more I know who they're called, know their name on YouTube or on Facebook or whatever. But I met a few people for the first time this year, and people that I've known for many, many years. It was great to see everybody again. And it was great to see some new people like Nicola and her other half. Also, Few. I actually saw Few a little bit more properly this year. Ben's Collectibles. Had a good little conversation with him. Sorry if I'm sniffling as well. I think I'm coming down with a cold as well. What else did I see? You know what? I haven't going to bother about naming all names because I'm not good at it, especially at the moment. My mind's not really all there. So, anybody that came up to me during the event and said hello, high-fived, hugged, what have you, hello, thank you for coming up to me and thank you for making it such a great event for me because it was so cool to see so many people over the event. It's really humbling as well. It really is very humbling on my part to have impacted so many people at this event that recognise me in some shape or form through either my YouTube videos or through being in the Transformers YouTube community groups, like the Facebook groups, like the Transformers and such group and things like that. So, as you know, I am really quite taken back by how many people recognise me and how many people come up to me, and it's so. I'm so happy. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, the Club Con. I want to just talk about the Club Con because I forgot to mention about that before when I did my first attempt. Was amazing. The Club Con was absolutely fantastic. The Improvicons was great with Peter Spellos and Jared Wolfgang one, and his other half was also a part of that, and a few other people as well. That was really fun and really good to check out. The cosplay competition. I just wanted to say something about the cosplay competition. Now, the winner of it, the main winner, was a cosplayer that was cosplaying as a character from the comic books, or the IDW comic books. I think called Thunderclash, I believe. I'm not very familiar with him. I know of him. I've seen artwork of him, but I don't know who he is and what he's about. But a guy was actually cosplaying as him, and he won. He was an incredible cosplayer. And it was the most lovely, beautiful thing where there was a young girl dressed as Black Arachnia from Transformers Animated, and her costume was really good, and she silly stringed the front row, which was absolutely brilliant. Excuse me. The guy who was Thunderclash, who actually went up to accept his award, he actually gave his award away to this young girl, saying that this is the future of the cosplay, this is the future of the Transformers fandom, and I don't deserve this. I think I think this young girl that's dressed as Black Arachnia deserves it more than me. And he actually gave his first place award to this young girl. I don't think there was it really hit home of how lovely and how genuine and how kind and generous that person was. And I've never seen that happen ever at the cosplay competitions over time. I've never seen anybody be so generous. And it was absolutely lovely to see. And it's great to see that there are some lovely people out there that think about other people rather than just themselves. It is absolutely lovely to see. So the audio play for Transformers Animated as well for ClubCon was absolutely brilliant. I had chills that they actually had a shout out from Corey Burton, from Tom Kenny, from Sue Blue, for all the cast, the main cast from Transformers Animated, except for Tara Strong. It seemed Sue Blue was playing both RC and also the I've forgotten her name now. But Tara Strong didn't return, but that's fine. But it was really, really cool, and all the proceeds to that was for they didn't even they did that for free. All the cast for Transformers Animated did that audio play for free, in order for people to just maybe do a donation to Mary's Meals, which is the charity cause that Toy Fu deal with. And I would like to say as well, Toy Fu absolutely smashed it this year, and they something like over 50,000, well over £50,000 has been raised for Mary's Meals through them doing their table and other things. That was incredible, and congratulations to you guys at Toy Fu for that. That was incredible. So yeah, the rest of the event, it was fantastic. I had a great time. The dealer room, I would like to just express myself on the layout for TFN this year. It was very different, a little confusing, mainly because we've never had to deal with that so much. But the way that they did it, it made sense. It did make sense, and it was a very good idea. The past TF Nations, the ones previous to this, obviously, they had a separate room for the independent artists and all that lot. So they had a separate room or separate area that housed all the independent artists, basically the Forge. So basically they had a separate area for the Forge. And then they had the main dealer room with the main panel room. So it was the panel room and the main dealer room. And then you had, if there was any alternative panels, you had an alternative panel room, and you had, and that pretty much was that. But this year was massively different. They actually incorporated the basically the main dealer room was just the dealer room with Forge actually incorporated in the middle of it. And the guests were all along the far wall. So it was the guest room, Forge, and dealer room, which means they had much more bigger tables, and they had more traders. Actually had a lot more traders. This year they had the whole Gundam Mad thing, which was absolutely fantastic, where you could build a free Gundam if you're not familiar with it. And then you had loads, massive big vendor selling all these kits, and you had the Gundam Mad guy selling all the Gundam Wing box sets and other things. That was fantastic, and the display in there was absolutely incredible. And then you had the alternative panel room, and you had a separate room for the main panels. So you had, where they did the ClubCon was the main panel room, where they did the main panels for the voice actors and so on. And then you had an alternative panel room, which was right where the bar is near the swimming pool, which was for alternative smaller panels. And that was really quite a good idea to incorporate it in that way. And that was very good. I enjoyed that. That was good. So yeah, Lizzie came up with Lizzie finally came for the full weekend. That was a complete change of plan. We were talking back and forth about it for a while, and I booked my tickets like maybe about well over a month ago, maybe about 2 months ago that I actually booked my tickets for it for this year, and excuse me, and Lizzie originally wasn't going to go, and then she changed her mind. Just said, you know what, I'm just going to buy myself a day pass and just go for the Saturday. Fine, okay, I'll do that. And then she decided she was thinking of coming for the Friday, stay over the night, and go on the Saturday afternoon after it's all finished. Fine, okay, to go for that. Then about a week before, she decided to come for the full weekend, and she managed to change her ticket from a day ticket to a full weekender, because there was a couple of things that was updated on the schedule she wanted to see. And that was fantastic. It was great to see Lizzie again. Obviously, she is my girlfriend after all. It was great to see her. Oh, excuse me, sniffling. It was great to see her, and good to spend some time with her as well. And it was just such a great event. It really, really was. I'm not going to incorporate my haul in this video, by the way. People are probably thinking, where's your haul? But I'm going to do my haul separately, because I want to have a really good, long, nice yarn and a talk about the event. Anything else I can remember before I finish off? Excuse me. This is what happens when you go to conventions, people. You come back with a cold, and you come back with a sore throat, and you come back feeling shit. What else can I say? No, I don't think there's any more I can really add without going round in circles and repeating myself. But it was an incredible event. It was good to see Smisner. He came up for just one day. It was lovely to see him. I do regret not seeing Simon from Fingers on Plastic. I wanted to see him and say hello to him, but I never saw him at all. Same with Graham the Collector 75. I saw him, and same with George as well. I saw both of those guys, but they were both having a chat with other people, and I decided to go and do something else, and I was going to come back and say hello again, but it never happened. So I regret not saying hello to those guys over the weekend. But it was just such a great event, mostly on the social side of things, but the event itself as well. The event itself was incredible, but I think for me this year, the social side of it was so much more on par. Everybody seemed happy. Everyone seemed very happy to talk to me and talk to other people. It was very much more an approachable atmosphere this year than it has ever been before. You still had groups of people, but it wasn't more a clique thing. It was just simply just a circle of people. It was less so of the whole clique thing. It was much more of a social thing where you could, if you wanted to join in, they would very happily allow you to join in. So if it was like if they were playing Cards Against Disney, Cards Against Humanity, any sort of games, whatever, everyone was welcome to join in, and for that reason, it really made the weekend for me, because of that, you could just happily involve yourself without feeling like you're on the outside of it, and you know what I mean? Because there was a little bit of that years ago, I felt, but this year there was nothing like that. It was fantastic. That's all I've got to say. It was brilliant, and everybody that was a part of this thing and part of the planning and part of everything of this, you are incredible people. You really are incredible. You need to be proud of yourselves, of what you've managed to accomplish within such a short period of time. You really do. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I will be back very, very soon. And stay safe, people. I'll see you hopefully next year. Bye-bye.